Here are my predictions for Season 8, Episode 4 while we wait for the next episode to come out. I can see many fans not caring as much anymore or not being hyped for the rest of the season after many were disappointed with the quick resolution of the Night King. I think most will watch anyway to see what happens. From the scenes in the trailer, it looks like it will be a slower paced episode showing the aftermath of the battle for Winterfell. The remaining survivors will need to burn and clean up the dead. The survivors cheer on Daenerys as she makes a toast for winning the Great War. However, I think the trailer is misleading us in that not everyone will be on board to take the battle to King's Landing after taking massive losses. Sansa, of course, will want to stay and rebuild. She will continue to undermine Daenerys' authority in this episode, since Daenerys is not willing to grant independence to the North. Her thinking would be, why trade one ruler for another? I think most of the North would rather let Cersei come to them. Daenerys will privately confront Sansa that she lost the majority of her army and risk her dragons to fight for the North. Sansa will respond that she is grateful for her help, but it was Arya who actually killed the Night King and saved everyone. Jon will stay true to his word to fight for Daenerys in the battle to come, but I think he will slowly start to lose support of his fellow Northerners who will side with Sansa and want her to become Queen of the North. Jon will have a hard time convincing everyone to fight for Daenerys, and will most likely keep his true origins a secret. I think he will tell Daenerys that he has no desire to sit on the Iron Throne, and supports her claim. Jon and Sansa will also need to deal with House Glover, who did not show up for the battle. We could also see what happens to Yara Greyjoy as she tries to take back the Iron Islands, and convince them to side with Daenerys. Gendry as a Baratheon may want to help Daenerys, since Cersei was after him before, and he realizes he will never be safe as long as Cersei sits on the Iron Throne. Bran will not want to take part in Daenerys' war. I think his role will be to look to the past and understand more about the Night King and see whether he is truly gone. He also may continue to look into the past to learn more about Westeros' history, such as the Battle of the Trident. I think Sam will also not want to take part in Daenerys' war, and will continue to push Jon to take the Iron Throne. He may also help Bran in his research and will learn more about Bran's abilities. The Wildlings will not want to fight Daenerys' war, since it's not their fight. They fulfilled their obligations. Tormund will, however, fight with Jon out of loyalty. Daenerys will want to sail to Dragonstone and to King's Landing as soon as possible. She will take with her anyone who wants to go. I estimate that she has about 2,000 to 5,000 troops left after the battle for Winterfell. I can see her wanting to burn Cersei for her deception, but Tyrion will continue to remind her of what is at stake, and that she should try to win the people of King's Landing. I can see Jaime wanting to go back to King's Landing to try to stop the war. I can see Brienne and Podrick going with him. We will see if Bronn intercepts him or Tyrion, or maybe show up at Winterfell. Cersei, since the last time we saw her, will have continued to solidify her position in King's Landing. It looks like she will accept Euron's proposal to be married, and therefore solidifying alliances as well. Cersei has an army of 20,000 troops, plus her Lannister army, and will have Scorpion ballistas positioned everywhere to take on Daenerys' dragons. Cersei will also still have wildfire at her disposal to burn the city to the ground in case anything happens. I also agree with other fans' predictions that Cersei will be spreading propaganda against Daenerys. I think Qyburn may have been researching undead tech at King's Landing since he was so interested in the undead's hand during their meeting in Season 7, and may have a surprise for Daenerys. Arya will play a key role in the upcoming fight. Cersei is still on her list, but it remains to be seen whether she is ready to take her on, or whether she matters anymore after taking down the Night King. Sansa will urge her not to help Daenerys. Jon will urge Arya to help, and in doing so, save many lives and end the war. Gendry could also push Arya to decide to take on Cersei. Arya will be important because she could take Cersei on by herself by infiltrating the Red Keep and using her many faceless skills to assassinate her. Arya does not need Daenerys' army or dragons to take on Cersei. I could see her and the Hound go down to King's Landing to settle their scores. I think ultimately the turn of events will lead to either Tyrion or Jaime killing Cersei because of her prophecy. I could see at Dragonstone Tyrion coming up with another battle tactic for King's Landing, with Sir Davos and Varys helping him. This may involve distracting Cersei's defenses to allow Arya to sneak in. I think they will have to come up with a clever plan, because again, I estimate Daenerys' army will be outnumbered. I could see something going wrong with this plan, and see Daenerys try to burn the Red Keep to the ground, with disastrous results, as foreshadowed in her visions. Again, the pacing of Episode 4 will most likely be slow, and will be a setup for the battle in Episode 5. Thanks for watching this video. Please click on the like button if you liked it, or the unlike if you didn't. Please subscribe to the channel for more theories and ideas.